Oh god, he's shirtless and he wears a American flag headband. Him making fun of mukbangs. Binge eating is acceptable on YouTube. Like, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with people who do like the mukbang thing, or however you pronounce it, mukbang, mukbang, I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Windchanter, thank you for subscribing with a 2-month streak. Woo. Regardless, the whole idea, like, I don't have a problem with it, but there are certainly people on YouTube who do it unhealthy. It's one thing if once every 6 months your YouTube channel happens to have like a video where you're eating a bunch of food, and that's the point of the video, right? If you don't know, those videos are like when people sit down and they're like, I ordered everything off the menu at Rally's or at Shake Shack, and now we're gonna eat every single thing, or they at least try a couple bites of every single thing. They don't always eat everything. But like people whose entire channel is that, and they do eat most of what they buy, yeah, that's unhealthy. That's very, very unhealthy. The Marusama, thank you for continuing your gift sub. Appreciate it. Is it patriotism to always be shirtless and fetishize the flag? Yeah. Hype train, let's see some hats. Windchanter, 96% of level 2. I'll get them all together once the hype train's done.
Hello, ye old beaches. Welcome back to the channel. We're about to check out some hypocritical smut today because you know, on YouTube, you cannot post any videos of any kind of disordered eating. You know what I'm talking about. You can't post mukbang videos anymore, so all of you...
Is that true? Did YouTube change their policy and now people can't do mukbang videos? I didn't know that, if that's the case. That's just, I imagine it's, you can't sit and have people watch you eat like 5 cheeseburgers in a row, which is unhealthy, and you should not do that. That's not good for you, obviously. Arena's through 250 bits. Hype, love you, Han, and keep doing what you do. Typing with fresh nail paint is hard AF. Thank you. Antipodian Squid with 300 bits. Wait, what? We're hyping? Yes, we are.
You that are expecting a mukbang video, it seems like you are SOL. Oh. I'm just kidding. Let's bang some face holes.
He looks like the cleanest Viking or the dirtiest hippie.
MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
It's about not having bulimic videos. Right, I understand that. But he was making it sound like people have already had their mukbang videos taken down. Which would surprise me, which is why I was curious about why he said that. Let me see. YouTube. I'm sure I can find mukbang videos. They're quite popular. Mukbang. Oh yeah, he's totes wrong. There's tons of mukbang videos. Like, I understand not promoting eating disorders, but like, mukbang videos aren't inherently that. I agree there are examples, and I've seen them. I've seen examples of channels that involve mukbangs where the person eats way too much, and the person has an unhealthy relationship with food, let's say. And I'm not going to call anyone out, because that's not fair, and that's not what this is about. I know this, because I also have a pretty unhealthy relationship with food. I'm working on it. I'm down like 30 pounds, which is great, and I continue to work on that. But, like, I understand the idea that, like, watching someone binge eat could be harmful to someone out there, especially younger people, but mukbang in and of itself as a genre of video isn't inherently that, right? Especially if it's you and a bunch of friends and you get together, and let's say you get, 5 or 6 cheeseburgers. But let's say you have 3 or 4 friends, and you cut them up, and you all try a little bit of each one. Like, that's not inherently a problem, or if you have enough money, and this is wasteful, which is a whole different issue, but if you're doing it, and you make money doing it, and you get a bunch of stuff, and you just eat a bite or 2 of each thing, and then throw the rest away, it's gross, it's bad, that's wasteful, but, like, that also, not necessarily, like, an eating disorder, right? Do you guys remember, what were they called? Oh, God, they made... They made fast food lasagna. I don't remember the name of this channel. Epic Meal Time. Back in 2011, they made a fast food lasagna. This guy was funny. Has he done anything since this that's bad and I shouldn't like this person?
Fast food.
That feels like the MO of a lot of 2011
Big Macs,
YouTubers.
15 Big Macs, please.
How much Big Macs?
15.
Trios or just the Big Macs?
Just the Big Macs.
15 Big Macs? Yeah, it's 76 and 73 cents.
Okay, and can I get a liter of Big Mac sauce on the side?
No problem.
Thank you.
A liter of Big Mac sauce.
Incredibly easy.
We're not gonna watch this whole thing, but you know, they go to Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King and they get all sorts of, you know. And then they make lasagna out of the burgers and stuff. It's absolutely disgusting.
That's the burger face baconator layer, player.
Amorimku, thank you for subscribing. 3-month streak.
More bacon strips.
You get it. Mac sauce and burgers and burgers, and they get Wendy's chili that they top it with, and there's onion rings and cheese. I think they calculate the calories, and it's like tens and tens of thousands of calories.
When I tell you to. Wait. Okay, go.
Oh god, it's so disgusting. They did a bunch of videos like this. My point is, people do things that are gross and unhealthy for YouTube videos all the time. You know? Where do you draw the line? I don't know. I'm not in charge of YouTube. But, like, the concept of a mukbang in and of itself, you don't have to leave. I'm done showing the video. The point is, people do unhealthy things for YouTube videos all the time. It's only when that becomes, like, dangerous that I think it crosses a line. Woohoo Lulu, thank you for the 10 bits. Sorry, I think I missed that. These guys make the same video over and over. I agree. Yeah, it got old. I only watched like 3 of their videos when they came out in like 2011, and then I stopped. Cold Stare, thank you for gifting a sub to Paladin's Fury. Level 2. We completed level 2. I'll get 2 hats. I'm gonna do 2 professor hats. Professor being my D&D character. This hat from a professor that does not exist yet, but I know I want to wear this hat as the professor because I like this hat a lot. And then this hat, which is also a professor hat.
What's going on, fam? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with some more nuts on yo chin. You missed the salty sack.
You can do anything with your YouTube persona. Why be this?
Didn't you? Didn't you now? Enjoy the beard, admire the beard while it's still here, because Mama Swolio's about to clean this mess up. I gotta be looking fresh for F your resolution.
If Hannah leaves with Baja, does that mean Hannah and Jake channel is done with content? No. I mean, first of all, I'm only going to be moving like an hour and a half away from where we are now. I'm still going to see Jake, you know, and I'll drive down for D&D occasionally, although a lot of the time I think I probably do it over the internet. But remember, Jake lived in Idaho for like a year and a half or 2 years, and we still did videos. We'll just do videos over the internet, like we have during COVID anyway. Burgers Wonderful World, thank you for following. Is it planned when the professor will die, or is it just when the professor happens to die and they resurrect, they're a different person? Yeah. We don't plan it. It's just when it happens, it happens. We're on Professor 3, which is technically the professor's 4th body, since the first professor wasn't the professor, it was just Max, who was in the prequel campaign that I run, which we haven't done in almost a year, which makes me sad, but hopefully we'll get to do that at some point.
Season, because it is upon us. I'm excited. Q4, we're coming up strong. 2020 was a hot mess, but we're about to take it up a notch. Swole Fam is crushing it. So all of you watching it that are part of the Swole Fam, drop that hashtag down below. Hashtag Swole Fam to represent the greatest community in the realm. You want to join the Swole Fam? Check out swolenormousx.com. Got some free downloads, try a free class, and join the best fam in the realm.
The professor narrowly avoided drowning the other night. Oh, that entire session was embarrassing on our part. We really dropped the ball on that one.
Join us. When you join, you get a free beard included. Ladies too. Oh, so exciting! So a lot of you are aware of YouTube's new policies. If you're posting content, do not post content on YouTube if it fits any of the descriptions noted below. Namely, for this video, eating disorders. Content that praises, glorifies, or encourages viewers to imitate anorexia or other eating disorders. You can't list binge eating because it'll be obvious. They don't list mukbangs. They don't say mukbangs. They don't say binge eating. They just say anorexia because starving yourself is not good. But they don't want to actually say binge eating. They don't want to actually say food challenges because they would be black and white hypocrites. But right now, they're just straight hypocrites, okay?
I don't know about that. I feel like there's a difference, pathologically speaking, between someone who has an eating disorder, and I'm speaking about this as a layman. Do not take any of this as any sort of authoritative anything. I feel like there's a difference between someone who has an eating disorder where they're like anorexic or bulimic, or someone who just occasionally does mukbang videos and maybe overeats a little bit. Like, if that's an eating disorder, 90% of people in America on Thanksgiving have an eating disorder. You know what I mean? Like, if it's something you do very rarely and you're doing it for a video, especially someone who does a mukbang in a healthy way and they have other people around to do it and they don't eat, the entirety of everything they get, I think that's fine. Again, like I said, I do think there are some channels that do mukbangs, like, regularly as their thing, and that some of those people clearly have an unhealthy relationship with food, and that's something that could be addressed, but that's not the case in every single case. And trying to paint all mukbang videos like they are videos about eating disorders is not helping the situation. If you think there are certain channels that are promoting unhealthy eating disorders, like binge eating, because it's an eating disorder if you have uncontrollable, like, food intake, then talk about those channels specifically. Don't just assume that every single mukbang video on the planet is about an eating disorder, because it's not.
Make it a little bit gray area so they can just enact the law or their rules whenever they feel like it, because they're making bank off all of these creators. Eating disorders are characterized by abnormal or disturbed eating habits which negatively affect a person's health, including eating non-food items. So this person in particular is someone who I have made many videos about. Extra Thirsties, Nuts on Chin. He has several of those chins himself. This is the infamous Nikocado avocado. Now, I know a lot of you are upset to know that Nikocado can no longer post mukbangs. I'm sorry, it's over. Nikocado's run, his millions of followers, he's done. His channel is finished. You read the YouTube creator rules. It's done.
Let me see what it says specifically. Eating disorders, content that praises, glorifies, or encourages viewers to imitate anorexia or other eating disorders. Eating disorders are characterized by abnormal or disturbed eating habits which negatively affect a person's health, including eating non-food items. Right. So if you see a channel that you think is encouraging unhealthy eating to the point that it is a disorder, and you think that they are binge eating and they are promoting that as something in their videos, then report that. And if YouTube thinks it's wrong, then yeah, they'll remove it. But that doesn't make every single mukbang video that. Although I assume and hope he's going to talk about a specific channel here. Although, again, I'm not here to call people out. I don't know a whole bunch about the mukbang community. I just know I have seen several videos on people who do take it too far and clearly have an unhealthy relationship with food that they are portraying on their videos regularly, which I don't think is super helpful or healthy to show to especially younger kids.
Oh wait, 10,000 calorie challenge completed 1 day ago.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't eat 10,000 calories. Oh my god. I don't even know. I would say that would constipate you, but, like, I don't even think that's physically possible. Your body would just, like, expel it all. That's, like, probably jelly juice levels of diarrhea. Don't eat 10,000 calories in a day, fam.
We'll complete the 10,000 calorie challenge.
Even at my worst, when I was both binge eating and a severe alcoholic that was drinking like a fifth of vodka a day, yeah, which is a lot of calories, even then, I don't think I was, like, eating 10,000 calories. You would have to make such a concerted effort and hurt yourself physically in order to do that. That's not good.
Interesting.
Andrew Dickerson, it's not a disorder, it's a relationship with food.
219,000 views.
It is. It's an unhealthy, and I called it that earlier. I've talked about how I, in many ways, have an unhealthy relationship with food, but having an unhealthy relationship food can also be a disorder, depending on what it is.
Things just got worse.
The other one is Chuddy. Other one is Chuddy Moore. He talks about victims SJWs, and I want to shout out this channel, which is healthy. Okay.
Mukbang 14 hours ago on one of his many channels, and it shows Orlin throwing something in his face.
MMO addicted, there's a huge difference. I'm a glutton and I love eating, but it's different than when I had steroids, which messed with my appetite and made me actually have an unhealthy appetite, where I was full to the point I'd puke, but still was a feeling of starving. It's completely different. In the first situation, I'm in control, and the second, I was literally crying due to helplessness. Yeah.
And it shows McDonald's. So you got a picture, you got donuts, you got fried chicken, you got McDonald's, literally all the cesspool crap that we do not need people eating more of. People are fatter than ever. Obesity is killing people left and right. Everyone's justifying obesity. You have the woke mob that keeps on spreading this fat acceptance nonsense.
I don't think people are... There are going to be some people in any group that are going to justify certain unhealthy behaviors. On the whole, I find that when we're talking about body positivity movements, we're more talking about the fact that you shouldn't... How do I put this? If someone is overweight, right? Just being like, hey, fatty, maybe eat less food. That's not helpful. That's not constructive. It's not going to get them to change their behavior. Shaming someone out of a behavior is not an effective way to get them to actually change what they do on a day-to-day basis. If we want to talk about healthy eating, then we need to talk about it in a constructive manner, right? And again, I understand it's hard to lose weight. I've done it multiple times, and I haven't been able to stick to it many, many times in the past. At my lowest, I was down to like 140 something. Let me see if I can get my... Can we crowdfund this guy a shirt? Let me get my MyFitnessPal so I can show you guys my weight thing, because it's absolutely nuts over the last like 5 years. Oh. So let's see, I was around, can you see this? I don't know how well it's going to show up. So I was a little over 200, and then over the course of like 6 months to a year, I got down to like 150. Then I slowly got back up, lost again, and then over the last, oh boy, when is that? I don't know, probably over the last 5 years or so, I gained a whole bunch of weight, and now I'm in the process of losing again, and I don't think I've updated my weight on here in a bit, but as of now, I'm down about 30 pounds from the height of my weight. Like, weight loss can be difficult for a lot of people, because a lot of the unhealthy behaviors aren't just things that we're deciding to do. I mean, there's an element of course, you're deciding to do it, but also there's impulse control issues, which is something that you have to actually address. Ideally with someone like a therapist who's going to be able to give you coping mechanisms in order to do that. So, the thing about body positivity movements is I agree we shouldn't be encouraging people and saying, like, if your BMI is, like, dangerously high, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. Because, no, you should. You should want to be a healthy individual and work towards goals of being healthy. But, like, when we're talking about body positivity, it's like, but you also, if someone is overweight, calling them awful names isn't gonna help, right? Like, you need to address them on a constructive level, and that's not what a lot of people do. Kier Thin, body positivity isn't about glorifying obesity, it's about recognizing that overweight people are humans and deserve to be treated as such. Yeah, basically.
Being inundated with mediocrity. Fam, we have to bring back excelling into popularity. Trying to do better for yourself, encouraging better from other people, trying to win, trying to exceed your own personal expectations. Go for that goal. We need to start bringing that back into popularity, because 8th place trophies are getting fucking old and it's weakening our country. We know that the millennials are absolutely fucked. We could...
How old is this guy? This guy looks like he's millennial age. Millennials are in their, like, mid-30s. What do you think a millennial is? Does he mean Gen Z? I hate that's a pet peeve of mine when people just think millennial means like someone who's like 15. No, that's Gen Z, bud. You look like a millennial. You're in your mid-30s. You're probably a millennial. MMO addicted with 10 bits. I'm down to 230 from 330 a bit over a year ago after those steroids effed me up. COVID messes me up a bit because gym is closed and I can't buy any equipment. All sold out.
There's nothing
well,
funny about the tools of
good for you.
capitalism.
100 pounds. That's bonkers. That's amazing. Good for you. Oh, God. No thanks, Lord of Patriarchy. Go set your clocks. I'm good. Winds Chanter with 10 bits. Hannah, Lord of Clocks, is in the chat and asking to talk to you. Yeah, I see that.
You can see it every single day in the news, but what about the future? What about their kids? Woo! You think it's bad now. It's getting worse and worse. I see it on TikTok. Every single app is so completely SJW, it is out of control. The sensitivity is off the charts, but we're not stopping. Going hard. Going hard, fam, like we always do. But a lot of the uncensored content, a lot of the real raw shit that Papa's laying down is exclusively inside Swole TV. So if you want to learn more, check out the Swole fam down below, swolenormousx.com.
Oh, God, this guy's whole thing is kind of embarrassing, too. Oh, God, let's count the American flags. 1, he's got one on this t-shirt, and he's got one on this wall. 3 American flags. Hooray.
Also, you can just go right to it, swole.tv, and learn more about what you get inside Swole TV. Pretty damn sweet. So let's take a look. We're actually going to go...
MMO Addicted says, for reference, before the steroids, I was at 175. I gained literally 180 pounds in a couple of months, and I have stretch marks from it, and use cream for pregnant mothers to make them less prominent. Yeah, I've used cream like that, too. I need to do more, especially as I'm losing weight. Antipodian Squid with 100 bits. You know, Lord of Patriarchy for not caring... You know, Lord of Patriarchy for not caring as much as you do. You do seem to care an awful lot to show up in stream chat, says Antipodian Squid. Antipodian said that, not me. Tucker White 94. Hannah, help me because I'm drunk. What the hell am I watching right now? It's 5 o'clock and you're drunk already? It's only 5:09. What time zone are you in? Lord of Patriarchy, what time zone is Tucker White 94 in? Please help. Cold Stare, thanks for gifting a sub to HHHHH9998.
Go back to some of these reactions. I want to show you. Let's take a look. Let's go to that chin cam. Let's see what Chinston Churchill's up to.
Okay, bud, this is what I'm talking about here. You don't have an actual concern for these people's health. Because if you did, you would be talking to them on some, like, constructive level. Like, hey, this isn't about how you look. Because at the end of the day, if being overweight wasn't unhealthy, it wouldn't matter, right? But it is about health. That's what it's about. You don't call people names because you care about them. What you do is, hey, look, this isn't about how you look. This is about your health. And currently, the amount of food you're eating is unhealthy and it's going to end up shortening your lifespan, and we want you to be healthy. So in order to do that, we should get you on a healthier lifestyle. Like, the fact that you're just calling these people names tells me everything I need to know about how you feel about them. You don't care about their health. You don't care about even the actual, like, the actual example they're setting for their fans. You just want to make fun of people that you think are lesser than yourself because of their weight. Even though many people with the weight issues struggle with that for reasons. People don't just usually binge eat and have an unhealthy relationship with food and have eating disorders in which they don't know when to stop, just in a vacuum. People usually have those issues as coping mechanisms for something else. And that doesn't make those problems not an issue, but it does mean that you need to solve the root of those issues before you just start saying, like, oh, just stop doing this coping mechanism. All right, well, then you need to replace that with some other healthier coping mechanism, or you need to deal with whatever thing is causing you to feel the need to cope in the first place.
Shall we? I can't wait to...
318.4 pounds.
300...
We are going to be doing the 10,000 calorie challenge.
Bro, you're 318 fucking pounds, bro.
I have 50 delicious...
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna be mean to you, because, you know, you're in chat. And no one be mean to Lord of Patriarchy either. He's just in chat. He's not doing anything. I'm not really a debate person. I don't like doing debates. You're definitely going to want to talk to Jake about that if you want to do that. I'm sure Jake would do it. He loves that shit. He absolutely loves debate. I don't. I don't find it to be a productive exercise. How did mukbang become a thing? I think it started in Japan. It was like a Japan thing, and then eventually it came to the US. And the thing is, in Japan, like, you know, people are getting smaller portion sizes in the first place. Oh, Korean, I'm sorry, it's Korean. I apologize. Same in Korea, though. Smaller portion sizes, you're probably dealing with leaner stuff than you will in the United States. And then, of course, that exported to the United States, and it ends up with people, you know, going to, like in this picture, Dunkin' Donuts and Burger King and McDonald's and getting ginormous, like, portion sizes of greasy, fatty meats. And it's not healthy. It isn't generally healthy. And again, if it's something you're doing where, like, if you're doing it for a video and you're not worried about all the waste, although it is very wasteful, and you just say, okay, I just want to try one of everything on In-N-Out's menu, and you just take a bite of the burger and you set it down and you either have friends over and they eat the rest of the food, which would be a good way to do it so you're not wasting and you're not overeating. But there's some people who do sit down and they eat, like, you know, thousands and thousands of calories in one sitting, and that's really, really not good. MMO Addicted, generally a proper mukbang is like a sampling menu, small portions of many dishes, and eat for taste, not quantity. Yeah, I agree. Oro the villain. Though I think everyone should strive to be healthy, body shaming has not and will never work. Stop being a dick under the pretense that you are saving someone you aren't. Yeah, that's basically where I am on it. Like, this dude, if he genuinely cared about these people, he would be talking in a way of like, hey, man, this is not healthy for you. You shouldn't do this. And if you want to talk about this and you want to learn more about a healthy lifestyle, you can do this, and that. There are these resources, whatever. And that's perfectly fair. I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing someone doing something unhealthy, especially if they're doing it in front of other people who are going to be influenced by their decisions, and saying, hey, we should do some constructive stuff and help you out. It's the same thing with people who smoke, right? Like, you might want to talk to that person and be like, hey, you know, that's really not good for you. It would be great if you would stop. It would expand your life. It would be really, really good, you know? But if I walk up to someone who smokes and says, hey, you dirty ashtray person, what is wrong with you? Like, they're going to shut down immediately, and they're not going to be receptive to any of the things that you have to say. This guy doesn't care about these people that he's, you know, talking about. He just cares about making himself look superior. And yeah, this guy's in shape. I agree. This guy's in shape. Good for him. I'm glad this guy eats healthy and exercises, and that's awesome. But he's a dick, right? So, maybe fix that.
Looking donut.
Oh my god.
Chocolate and powdered and cream-filled jelly.
All right, pause. All those donuts, they're all the same. Just sugar. It's just sugar formed and compacted. He just showed you. Look at that.
Yeah, donuts are dough and sugar, typically. Yeah.
Everything on the fucking table. Look at everything. It's all the same color. It's a brown.
Again, there's so many things to criticize in this video, but that's a very stupid one. Yeah, some foods are brown. The brown isn't what makes them bad. The bad is that they're, like, really fatty and really, really high in calorie density.
Different shades of brown. God, this is disgusting.
I said bam, and I said where with my chopsticks, and I'm so upset. I hate being this fat. Excuse me.
Oh my god, he looks...
I'm allergic.
Look at his fucking neck.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Random invite. But Hannah, consider that flavor and color are exactly the same, thus fried dough and chicken taste exactly the same.
This is really hard.
Jesus Christ. He is a disgusting human being.
I'm pretty sure the dude's leaning into that as an intentional bit, but like, yeah, I don't find this to be healthy at all. I agree. And if YouTube wanted to step in and be like, hey, this isn't cool, man. Maybe don't do this. I'd understand. But you just calling him disgusting is not going to help the situation. It's clear you're just in this for getting views, and that's fine if that works out for you. If that's your grift, that's your grift. Far be it from me to stop a man grifting with his shirt off, but don't act like you care about this person when you don't. Tucker White 94 with 10 bits. Hannah, I hate you for showing us this. Now I crave some donuts, but I'm too drunk to drive. DoorDash is a thing? But why, again, it's like 5 o'clock. Why are you drunk already? I really hope you're in a time zone where it's later in the day.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Still more fun than watching Suburban Nights? True. In this, I don't have to see Doug Walker's balls, so...
Pause. Let's check out this YouTube policy again. Eating disorders, content that praises, glorifies, or encourages viewers to imitate anorexia or other eating disorders.
Then report the video. I agree that this video is pretty gross and that it probably promotes unhealthy things. Report it. That's all you can do.
Disorders are characterized by abnormal or disturbed eating habits, which negatively affect a person's health. Look at this guy's table. Do you think this is disordered eating? It's okay. It's allowed to get hundreds of thousands of views and get monetized. Banking hard, bro. Make that money.
You guys, my underwear is getting tighter and tighter. I'm getting so overweight.
Looks like Jabba the Hutt. Look how bloated his face is.
A poopy all over the toilet seat. It smells like baby poop.
The only skinny part of your arm are your fingers, and they're not even skinny.
I hate when you do that with your legs.
Look at his, he doesn't have a neck. Where'd your neck go, bro? Where'd your neck go?
Careful with those noodles. Shut up, being back in a hurry. People are sleeping. Just go shit yourself. You shit yourself.
Oh, these are just. Oh, is there cheese in there?
Yes, I do. I love cheese.
Oh, looks like curdled cum.
The fact that cheese on pasta makes him gag is kind of funny to me. Like, the amount, I agree, is ridiculous, but like, dude, they're just putting cheese on pasta. Why is that making you gag?
I'm sweating. Ooh.
If you sweat when you eat, you have an eating disorder.
Find another YouTuber who posts 50 videos a month. It's gonna take a long time to find one.
Obviously, quality content has nothing to do with it. Uncensored version. Look at me. Pay attention to me. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, what can we learn from that absolute hot mess? That violates absolutely everything in that YouTube policy. There's nothing in that YouTube policy that doesn't absolutely just literally shit on.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I would agree that a mukbang video like that probably falls into the category of like promoting unhealthy eating. I don't disagree. I do disagree with how he's going about this and characterizing this and like being an asshole, basically, which I don't think is helpful. Like, if he went about this in like a more caring way and he's like, this is unhealthy, please go report this video, you know, because it's promoting unhealthy lifestyles. But the fact that he's like calling them names and stuff, it's not helpful. It's not helpful at all.
About is blowing up the toilet. He's just fucking engorging and binge eating food. This is the definition of an eating disorder. This is the definition of breaking this creator rule. But of course, YouTube doesn't care if creators break the rules if it makes them enough money. That's all it is. We allow this to thrive when our country and increasingly our world is getting sicker and sicker. We're dying from preventable shit. We have things so fucking good in this country that we're getting upset.
Yeah, Lord of Patriarchy, you're definitely downplaying. And again, I didn't see the video because I don't really watch your content, but like literally the only content I've seen is the videos you made in response to Jake and the one you made in response to me. But I was told by Baha, who's my girlfriend, that you like made really sexual comments about Shu. Pretty sure that's why it got struck.
Getting upset. We're trying to create challenge because we don't have challenges. We have things so fucking amazing. We have to get fat. We have to create some kind of hurdle to overcome. We have to try to overcome diabetes because We got nothing better to do. We got no passion. We have no purpose. We have no direction. I might as well just inject and mainline sugar into my face hole.
And people in the chat are literally saying they saw the video and that you said gross things about Shu. So, nah. Not gonna buy that one, bud.
This is a drug addiction. This is someone who is addicted to attention, to money, to the food. It's sick. Remember all that bullshit with him trying to get to 300 pounds? Now he's 318. Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? He looks disgusting. And that's straight from a health standpoint. So all of you fat acceptance people, they're like, oh, you could be healthy at every size. Really? Does he look healthy? Does Nico Cotto look healthy? These arguments fall flat. They're worthless. Stop trying to virtue signal. Stop trying to lie to yourself. This is a disgusting way to live, and I certainly won't stand for it on my channel. So whether or not YouTube wants to recommend my videos to anyone, they certainly fucking don't, because they don't like the truth getting out there. They don't want anyone actually talking about proper health because, well, that's not enough shock value. Unless you're fucking your face with pure sugar, hey, it's boring. It's boring. People don't want real content. People don't want the truth anymore. They just want to go into their fantasy land and pretend like these issues aren't going to bite them in the fucking ass.
I think some people just watch the video because they find it funny. That's why. I think you're overblowing this into like, this is the fall of civilization. Human beings are not watching entertaining videos. They're watching people eat things on the internet. Yeah, that's not a new thing. We literally watched a video a little bit ago from 2011, which is 9 years ago now, that was similarly eating a big gross thing of food. People like watching people eat gross stuff. People like watching people eat weird stuff. Look at Fear Factor from the early 2000s. This is not a new concept.
Well, they will. This guy looks like he's been stung by a million bees.
People watch
He's
Nico
more
to
bored
make
than
fun
ever.
of him in
It's
the
gonna lead to his
comments,
early
probably.
death, hands down. Congratulations, you two, for
honestly, then the Nico guy that he's showing in that video in particular seems like he gets that. And I imagine, what's the guy's full name? Did he have a link in the chat?
promoting.
I imagine he's making a lot of money doing it. Like, and again, Nikado Avocado. It kind of seems like he's playing into the, like, I'm disgusting, watch me eat things and make gross comments about my poop. And it seems to be working out for him in terms of, like, look, he's got 2.15 million subscribers. Let's check out this dude's Social Blade. I'm just really, really curious. Social Blade. Wow, he's got a bunch of channels, too. He's making between 23,000 and 377,000 in yearly earnings. 2,000 to 31 in monthly earnings. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. To act silly on YouTube and make yourself out to be, you know, I don't know. I agree it's promoting unhealthy stuff, but I kind of feel like the guy we were watching also doesn't get that he's playing into people's perception of himself in order to get them to hate click, which is a strategy you can do on YouTube. Social Blade is trash at income. It depends. I've been on YouTube for like 8 years on the Hannah and Jake channel. Used to be Hugo and Jake, and used to be The Bible Reloaded even before that. There were times when it lined up pretty well, but there were also times when it's really off. It really just depends. It's gotten worse since demonetization became such a big thing, because it becomes hard for, you know, websites like Social Blade to determine are a lot of their videos demonetized or not. Back way before this, a long, long time ago, before the demonetization was such a common thing and you can get basically any video monetized on YouTube, which was great, by the way. It was relatively accurate, but it's gotten very, very inaccurate in the past couple years. Anyway, let's see what we're going to do next. Let me set up a new poll.